Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno with the personification of a cry for help, and we are back with more Dawn Chorus Runes routes. Well, that last playthrough was a bunch of retrospective things about Rune's life, and also a lot of perspective shifts between Rune and Arvo, which I keep reading them in the wrong voices because this visual novel, as much as I love it, doesn't really give me a hint as to it when the perspective shifts, so I keep thinking I'm reading Rune's perspective, but I'm reading Arvo's perspective, and vice versa. It's weird. But anyways, let's continue. The last thing we left off on, we finally got the shrooms, and now Rune has a lot to think about how he lived his life. And you know what? We'll be there for him. And also, our friendship is forming, first and foremost, over the potential relationship. Which is good because what Arvo said last time is that what Rune needs is a friend. Keyword, friend, not boyfriend, not relationship, a friend. He needs a friend, and he has that in Arvo. So anyway, let's continue. Wait a minute, is this going to be in Rune's perspective or Arvo's perspective? I swear to fucking God, this is what I mean. The color of peaches. One of my favorite colors. I have a t-shirt with this exact hue even. The whole sky is painted like that. The clouds cover it completely, but the sun behind it gives an otherworldly orange cast, like an abstract painting. Are you seeing this too? I looked at Rune. He's walking with his head tilted up, eyes absorbing the view. I'm not sure if he even heard me. Only Devin looks at me, puzzled. Seeing what? The sky. This color is incredible. Still no reaction from the deer. I tap on his shoulder to get his attention. Earth to Rune, are you there? Yes, just thinking. About what? Not that much, in fact. All my thoughts feel slow, like I ran out of mental capacity. Yesterday wasn't easy on you, I'm not surprised. Did you get some proper sleep today? If you needed to stay in bed, you could have. Better to miss the lectures than to get nothing from them because you're tired. No worries, I'm fine. I slept much better than in days. Me and Rune turned back to the vastness of the sky. Devin stops too, a few steps before us, tilting his head in bewilderment. People walked past us, hurrying home from work, but neither of us really care, transfixed by the view. You know what would be cool? Being at home and playing computer games. It's the first time I think so in years. I can't remember the last time when I was in the mood for gaming. Huh, you don't play anything? No, I haven't in quite a while. Below Story was the last thing I played. That's been a long time ago. Nothing, really? Not even Old and Bracelet? No, that's a bad idea. I would get too much into it and couldn't stop playing until I finished. I feel like playing something older, though. Something from my childhood. Like, I don't know, Gloom? That's not even a game from my childhood. You weren't even alive when it came out. Yeah, but it was what my mom had on her computer. For a while, my parents didn't even know I was playing it. You can't imagine the drama when they found out. I wasn't allowed at the computer for months after that. Then why do they have it on their computer? Do you play anything, Arvo? Sometimes, when I have the time. Usually in the mornings, when I'm still too sleepy to do anything else, but I have a spare half an hour before noon classes or between them. But sometimes I go for a walk with the camera or even just my phone instead. Depends on the mood and the weather. I'm used to the gloom. There's been a lot of sun lately, and every sunny day feels like something to celebrate, you know? We should hurry to the guitar workshop, by the way. Oh, right. When is it supposed to close? In like 40 minutes. I'll leave you two then. I wanted to go for a walk to the shore. Now it seems like the perfect time. The sky really is pretty. It is. Yeah, we really should be going though. None of us moves though, unconvinced. This sight is too pretty to pull ourselves away from. Hey, Rune. We made it. It's an old, rusted-looking building. Must be already at least a century old. I expected something like a modern guitar shop, but looking at the signboard that says Luthier, I don't think that's the case. It'll be nice to get rid of the guitar already. I feel extra clumsy with it on my back. At least it's already broken. You don't have to worry about bumping it into door frames. I'd really prefer for it to still be repairable. We're greeted by a dusty smell of old wooden panels and wardrobes, but then a symphony of other smells follow. Sweet and deep notes of cedar and rosewood, tins, some glues, and other chemicals I can't name. The whole space is dedicated to a workshop filled with instruments. Not only guitar, but any string instruments imaginable. Some look very modern, some as if they were brought here by the time traveler straight from the Middle Ages. Hello? From the depths of the workshop comes out an otter well over her 40s, wearing an apron and gloves over her small paws. Hello, English okay? Once again, I can't speak other languages. I'm sorry. Sure, what do you need? I brought a guitar, it's fairly damaged. I wanted to see if it's repairable. I'll see. Put it here, on the counter, please. Rune unpacks the guitar carefully. His eyes turn sad when they glance over the caved inside of the wooden body. Oh, what a carnage. This is not looking good. Something heavy fell on it? She grazes the splintered edge carefully with a gloved finger, concern and tenderness softening her hard features. You could say that. Poor baby, a fine instrument. I'm afraid it's ruined. The neck is undamaged. I could tear it off and find another body for it. If you liked how it played, that could be a solution, but the sound won't stay the same. I could look for bodies with a similar tone, but it will only be my best guess. The soul of the instrument will be altered. Ah, that's a shame. It was my first guitar and I got it from my mom. It used to be hers. She played a lot back in her school days. Oh, that fucking sucks. She won't miss it, but still. I can't say I loved it. It was old and kind of awkward to play. But it is a shame. There's a tangible pain in his voice when he pronounces was. Poor dear. There was some sentimental value in it. I understand you well. These instruments, these guitars, they have a soul. Each one is different, each is unique. The wood is a living thing. It has that spark of life that makes the instrument into more than just an item. It's always such a shame when one breaks. But it's an even bigger shame if it stands somewhere in the corner, or forgotten in an attic, clad in dust and rusting away. That's heartbreaking. This one is done, but I hope it served you well. You could put it on the shelf and keep it as a memorabilium. Otherwise, I can try to fit a new body on this neck. It's of no use to me in this state. I don't have much space back in my flat. I wouldn't want it to just lie around. Besides, I need a working instrument. When do you think it could be ready? I think I would need around a week. I don't have that many commissions at the moment. I should find some time quickly. I can't promise it won't take longer. A week? We're here only for a few days for our camp. I would need it tomorrow evening at the latest. If you need an instrument, I can take the guitar and give you a discount on one of the ones I have here. Some of the parts could be of use to me. The bridge looks good. The net doesn't seem to be damaged either. Oh, that's tempting, honestly. What do you have available? No acoustic guitars, sadly. I have 2 classical ones, though, if you would be interested in them. Classical? I've never played a classical guitar. I don't really know what to think about them. They're easier to play fingerpicking, but harder to strum. If you found yours hard to play, then you might prefer the nylon strings of a classical guitar. They will sound very different, more subdued, less metallic. I find them more soulful, personally. You'll find them in philharmonics and ensembles, and on so many great records. My favorite has to be Onmi Lamada. He and his 8-string beauty. His student, Ichiko Paoba, she covers some of his pieces. She has a beautiful sound too, very airy and ethereal. Oh, I know her! She had that water-themed record with an orchestra a few years ago, right? Yes, her exactly! I think this is what I'm looking for. Can you see guitars? Yes, absolutely. One is my own work. The other was sold to me in a bad shape. It needed some love, but now it's better than new. I'll bring them here. You will love them. 2 beauties. paw pad touches the hard wood and follows the curved line of the headstock, stopping at the nut. Bone. It is pretty heat-dialed guitar, but also, why did you think that repairing a guitar could take overnight? Like, come on, you literally smashed that shit to pieces. Calm down. Rune zips the guitar case with a sigh, as if it pained him to part with the newly bought instrument, even if it's only a thin fabric that separates them. Remember when she said about instruments having a soul and the wood being a living thing? I think having an actual bone is pushing it a bit. I mean, it's a part of someone embedded in my guitar. Part of what used to be someone, but I think I get what you mean. I can't decide if it's cool or creepy. It's even more of a motivation to use the guitar now, at least. Are these common guitars? I had no idea. I don't think so. My old guitar had a plastic nut, I think. Now I'm curious. I grab my phone and open the browser, but a notification in the corner grabs my attention. I open the app and see Lake's name. Hey, wanna eat at a Korean place? Inviting a few people, my treat. Oh, did you get a message from Lake maybe? Get it where? Oh, right, sorry, no phone. I write Lake a short message. Can I take Rune with me? Lake has to still be on his phone because the response comes almost immediately. Of course, I invited him as well. Lake is inviting us to a Korean place for dinner. What do you think? A Korean place? Sounds exotic. Curious that there's one here. But sure, if you want to go. I was thinking of finding some food soon. Me too. Pretty much since we left the university building. I've got the location. It's not far from here. We just have to go towards the town square and then to the left. We get up from the bench and start moving. I rub my paws at my chinos to generate some heat. I've been idle for a bit too long for this weather. Who else is supposed to be there? I don't know, I didn't ask. But I suppose Jorgen, maybe Travis. That's good. I'm not feeling up to stay with a large group of people, to be honest. Oh, not feeling very sociable today? Rather still feeling overwhelmed. I told you how everything feels a bit more crisp at the cafe, remember? Well, it wasn't just the atmosphere there, and certainly not the caffeine because I didn't have any. Everything feels a bit more intense today, and I think I have a light headache. Oh, do you need any painkillers? There should be a pharmacy or somewhere close. Thank you, I'm good. I took a pill already. I'm carrying a bunch in my wallet just in case. Bjorn. I'll get to your route soon, just you wait. Just you wait. But for some reason, you bastards are not wanting his route next. None of you want his route next, you traitors! Arvo, Rune, I'm so happy you came. Oh, it smells so delicious here. Most of the smells I can't even identify. Exotic and enticing. There's lemongrass, curry leaves, Thai lime. There's tofu, there's fish, and the sweet smell of fried shrimp. The table is crowded already. I hope we're not late. Hey, thank you for inviting us. And Miko, Bjorn, it's nice to see you here. Hey, good to see you here as well. Oh, Rune, it's good to see you. Hey, good to see you all. I hope you didn't have to wait for us. Oh no, we just finished deciding on what to get. Also, it's so nice to have you here. I didn't think you'd actually be interested in coming. I thought you'd go eat with the coach. No, not today. I'm sticking with Arvo today. Anyway, grab the menus. The rest of us is ready to order. We do so, taking the two chairs facing the window. The menus are hardcover, just 3 short pages with sections. Entrees, hot pot, main dishes, desserts, drinks. Everything about this place, the Villar's seats and menu included, says hip. Travis is looking at Rune with clear concern. The deer catches it quickly, looking back at the tanki over the opened menu. What's up? I've read the list of admitted students. I'm sorry. Well, happens. I really hoped you'd get accepted. I was looking forward to staying there with you. Huh? What happened? Oh, not good. Not good at all. I hoped that the topic could be avoided, I didn't want to remind Rune of it, and the look on his face says clearly that he didn't want to think of it either. He stands silent for a bit too long. I'm about to intervene when he finally speaks out. I applied for a student exchange program for a year-long exchange to Japan. It didn't work out though. But I'd rather not talk about it, sorry. It's not important at the moment. I'd rather enjoy being here with you than think about it. Sorry for bringing it up. You look somewhat gloomy, so I thought... It's fine, really, and I appreciate the concern. I think it's for the better. I spread myself a bit too thin anyway. So, what are you ordering? I'm thinking of mandu. They sound nice. I thought about doing a hot pot for all of us to share. Mito suggested kimchi broth, and I want a sukiyaki one. Maybe that and a few gyoza to share as well? Any objections or other preferences? Let me check the menu first. Sounds good to me. Something not spicy for us, maybe. I'm not sure if Runo's okay with spicy food, but in any given group, there's usually at least one person who isn't, so it's safer to have something mild as well, and that would be Travis. We all remember his reaction to eating that spicy candy from the party game night. Sukiyaki is sweet and not spicy according to the description. Sounds good. Are we taking a mushroom set? We are! Good, I think we're ready then, if we have enough sets for everyone. I think we should. 1 seafood set and 2 vegetable and tofu sets. They're each for 2 persons in theory. And a mushroom set if you want. And that should be enough, what do you think? He doesn't like mushrooms. He has a gloomy face whenever mushrooms are brought up. Sounds good. And a jug of lemonade? It'll be cheaper than separate drinks. Oh, good idea. I'll catch the waiter then. Hello? Here! Chopsticks clink against the bowls and pots while a chat floats like a web of fine threads woven between us. There aren't many feelings better than this, sharing a meal with friends. With our paws busy and stomachs full, the conversation between us flows freely, oscillating between the present, past, and future as we weave our dreams and memories and plans into it. And I get to be here with him. It feels different now than just a day ago, when we were having dinner together at the tea room. Now, under the table, his leg is resting against mine, and when our forearms brush against each other, he doesn't flinch, but leans into the touch. It feels like spring. The bells ring around the town against the backdrop of the birds' chorus, and the sweet scent of magnolia and bergamot mixes with the sweet sour aroma of the food. With this warmth I feel inside, the notion that the streets could still be lined with snow seems absurd. Hey, is everything fine? Just making sure. Still feeling overwhelmed? A bit, but I am fine. Enjoying the food. It's really delicious. Have you tried the enoki? I think they're my favorite out of all the food here, especially done in the kimchi broth. It works so well. It does, but it's also really intense. Almost too much. I'm glad you asked for something mild. Usually I can handle the heat just fine, but here they really went overboard with it. Seems fine to me. Maybe you're more sensitive to heat today, as with sounds? Possible, yeah. Curious. He rests his head against my shoulder in an affectionate gesture. Oh, Travis not gonna like that. I want to pet the side of his cheek in return, like I did yesterday, and feel his soft fur under my paw pads, but I stopped myself. Someone for sure would notice, and it looked weird here at the table. Yeah, I'm referring to Travis, by the way, the homophobe piece of shit. This has to be the nicest Asian restaurant I've been to. No cap. And how many have you been to? 3, I think. I don't really go to restaurants. They're expensive, you know. I know. Bless the university canteen. Oh, I've had some mixed experiences with them. But they're cheap, affordable, and inexpensive. A win combo in my book. Add economical to the list and I can agree with that. But yeah, I'm never ordering milk soup there again. More reliable than cooking for myself. I really have the time for that anyway, though. Are you sure you're okay with paying for this dinner? We can absolutely pay for ourselves if you strapped for cash. I plan to pay for myself anyway. I'd like to do something nice for you guys. It's our last day here in the town. The whole campus ending soon. I want us to have some good memories from it. But if you still like to chip in, I wouldn't mind that. Absolutely! I'm happy to pay for myself too! I'll pay for all of us now and you can send me something later, if you feel like it. I'll send something before the concert, otherwise I could forget. Oh, by the way, who else is going? Other than us, Bjorn and Jorgen. You're not joining us, Lake? Oh, no, not my thing. Besides, I've got some other plans already. And, oh, Arvo! I just got an idea! Do you have your instant camera with you? I do. Why? How about you take a photo of all of us here? If we fit all of us inside the frame. It's worth a try. Let's try to cram together, and Arvo, try to capture the table too. Sure, give me a moment. I have a camera in my bag. I love this moment. I love holding my camera. I love changing the lens. I love thinking of the framing. I truly do. It's the moment of purposeful creation. A moment when I feel like I have something to offer of myself. Even if it's just a group selfie. It would be naive to think that by taking a photo, I can turn this ephemeral moment into something lasting. That's not what happens. That's what happens inside us. This moment will live in our heads and hearts, not in a JPEG file. But photography is art, and I can create something new, something that the rest of the people at this table could take with themselves and enjoy. I turn on the camera and point it at us in my outstretched paw while Lake puts his arms around Travis and Miko, sitting closest to him, gesturing to us to move closer. I smile and the shutter clicks. Oh my god, we got a photo. I can't wait to see it once it develops. So pretty here. A bit after sunset already. The prettiest the sky is during the day. Yes, and the town's so pretty too. I think I'll miss it once we're back. Not that Onslow isn't pretty, but this hits different. I see what you mean. I miss this small town atmosphere too. The houses here are gorgeous too. Everything feels rustic and rural, while Onslow is a mixture of new and old in different proportions depending on the area. It just feels so harmonious and consistent, at least in this area of the town. Walking around the town, it surprises me how little postmodernism they have here. Modern architecture can still very well coexist with older buildings. In fact, I quite like how it's working in Onslow. There's more in the outskirts, I bet, and if the Philharmonic is new, it's for sure postmodern. It's not that I don't like postmodernism, but I like how they preserve the atmosphere of this place here. I don't like how it's done in most of Onslow. It's a playful style, and I think it only looks good when applied to buildings that are playful by nature. Shopping malls, for example. Postmodernism works by subversion and deconstruction, and not everything should be subverted. A postmodern town hall, fire depot, or court will always feel out of place to me. But I have a faint memory of my parents taking me on a trip to a city back in Poland. I don't remember which one, and seeing a postmodern shopping center right on the main street. It stood among brick houses, got the temples and old merchant buildings with its pink and pine tiles, glazed elevators and glass tower like a 90s raver at a banquet. It attracted the looks of everyone passing by like a UFO landed in the middle of the city. It was an absolutely surreal sight. It was Pomo through and through, playful and wild. I liked it because it was daring. I don't think it aged at all, though it might be the kid enamored with the building and me speaking. I hope to see it again sometime. I think it was called Solpol or something like that. You must have a really great visual memory to recall the view of the whole street even now. I do actually. It comes in handy often. It's kind of like to have a camera on me at all times, only I can't show the photos to anyone else. Sounds useful, yeah. You never thought of drawing or painting? That would be a great use of it. Not really. I like visual arts, but I prefer films and animations. Stories unfolding in time. By the way, did you have a specific cafe in mind? If not, then the bookstore I was in yesterday is a great place to hang around, and they serve killer coffee. We found a fantastic one this morning, but we've already been there for a while. I'd be happy to see the bookstore this time. How about you, Rune? Oh yes, I'm curious too. I haven't seen a bookstore serving coffee yet. Let's go then, it's just around here. We're going to a Barnes & Noble. Cappuccino was for you, Miko, right? And black for you, Arvo? Yeah, thank you. And I think your coffee should be ready in a moment too, Rune. Oh, fantastic! Rune leaves the table, hurrying to the counter behind which a flannel-clad caribou is working on several espresso shots at once. Bjorn, in the meantime, puts mine and Mito's cups in front of us. Here you are. Thank you. Oh, it looks nice. Mito's yellow cup is filled to the brim, a rather crude font now drawn on top in milky strokes. Mine, white and double-walled, barely warm to touch, holds steaming pitch-black liquid. What about you? You didn't get anything? Waiting for my filter coffee. I think they're using V61 trips. They take a while to brew and the barista's busy with another order. Is Rune doing okay? It must have really hurt him if he didn't want to even talk about that exchange program. Yeah, I think so. Exchange to Japan, man. Meanwhile, the peak of my dreams is passing the year. If I'd be even qualified to apply for any student exchange, I'd be the proud student on the campus. Hey, don't sell yourself short. Neurobiology isn't an easy course, and you have other talents. The writing you've shown me was really good, and it's obvious it's something you like to do. Oh, you write? No, not really. Well, sometimes, but nothing special. He shoots an exasperated look towards Mito. I'm starting to think so, though. I mean, just yesterday I learned that I failed another exam. Realistically, I don't think I can pass the year. Maybe I should give up on it and start to look for something else. The thought hurts because I've already poured so much effort into it, but what does it matter if I won't finish anyway? I'd only waste another year. You don't need to finish any studies, that's fine too. I'd say you shouldn't press yourself if you don't feel like this is for you. I guess. I'll see what I'm going to do. For now, I'm slowly coming to terms with the thought that I need to change something, and it's not easy or pleasant. Anyway, I wish Rune all the best. Maybe he'll get accepted next year. You two look cute together, by the way. Ha! Bjorn knows what's up. That's my man! That's my fucking man! I almost spilled my coffee. Oh, I've seen how you looked at him, and I've seen his smile when he leaned on you. We look cute, you say? You do, yes. Were we really that obvious? Yes. I hide my paws under the table. Grabbing my tail, I want to hide under my chair from embarrassment. But at the same time, the words feel so nice and I feel like melting. I'm just glad Travis isn't here. He'll probably spout some homophobic rhetoric towards me. That little bitch. Look at this. Doesn't it look fantastic? He sits down, cautiously putting his layer of drink on the table with admiration in his eyes. What's that? I hope he doesn't see how flustered I am, but he seems to be fully focused on the drink before him. And I can't blame him. With the gorgeous gradient of dark coffee on the top mixing between the ice and the clear liquid at the bottom of the glass, finished with a slice of lemon and a pasta straw drove through the cubes to the bottom. Tonic espresso, my favorite. They didn't have it in the menu. It's not really a good fit for the season, but I asked if they could make me one and they said yes. Ah, not a fan of tonic personally, but it looks so good. You can try some if you want. I'll just mix it at first, otherwise you'll get either the tonic or the coffee. He swirls the straw through the ice and the gradient slowly smoothens out, until it disappears completely, the two liquids becoming one. What kind of magic is this? Shouldn't they separate in a moment if one is lighter than the other? I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. What's the point is how good it is. If you don't mind some sourness in your coffee, that is. Eyes closed, he takes a sip through the straw and the corners of his snout curve upwards immediately. Oh, it's really good! I had my doubts, but they know their way around coffee here. He slides the glass towards me across the table, these big fawn-like eyes looking at me expectantly, excitement perhaps brought up by the taste of the drink sparkling in them. Next to him, Bjorn winced to me across the table with a sly smile. I could feel the tips of my ears getting warm as I reached for the glass. I take a sip, knowing already I won't like it, but... No, sorry, not my thing. Bitter and sour. Ugh. I shake my snout instinctively, trying to get rid of the lingering taste. I wash it down with a slurp of my own coffee. Hot and delicious, and bitter as fuck. Oh, they really have nice coffee here. Perhaps not as good as the cafe we discovered this morning, but that one set the bar absurdly high. I'd be content with drinking this coffee every day. Our conversation resumes. leisurely pace and pleasant. We still have some time before the concert, so we enjoyed coffee with no hurry at all, soaking in the afternoon's heartwarming glow. I just realized that I sipped the same straw he sipped on. It ended a kiss. Woo! So, this is it. Stunning, isn't it? The lobby is stunning indeed. The walls are clad in solid slabs of marble and stone, decorated sparsely with golden lamps. Keeping in the rhythm with the postmodern exterior, the inside expresses itself mostly with flowing shapes and blocks, like the winding staircases run upwards symmetrically on both sides of the hall. I like this space. I'd love to look around if we had more time. How much time do we have, actually? 10 minutes or so. I think we should rather find the cloakroom. And Jorgen. There he is. The bat pushes through the crowd to us. There are some transgressive clothes he's wearing for a concert evening at the Philharmonic, but whoa, he looks really stunning in them. I raise my paw in the greeting. Jorgen, you look fantastic. Thank you. There'll be time for compliments later. You should go change. Where's the cloakroom? Just downstairs. Come on, I'll go with you. It's on the way to the entrances. Can you wait for me there? I'll go change in the bathroom. Sure. Me and Rune only have jackets to put away. Ooh, Bjorn. Ooh, you look juicy. Fuck, damn. I love a man in a uniform. We hurry downstairs, taking off our outerwear and backpacks before handing them over to the essentially polite young fox on the other side of the cloakroom counter. By the way, what piece are they playing today? Cosmogonia by Penderecki. I thought you knew. Mito didn't tell us the title. I don't think I know anything by him anyway, though. Oh, well, I'm curious what you'll think about it. He smiles knowingly. Is it some notorious piece of music and I just don't know it, or what's up? Hey, thank you for waiting for me. You know, you have our tickets. Oh, right. Also, you look really sharp in a shirt. Do you think so? Indeed, I never thought I'd see Mito dressed like that. Even for the end of middle school, he came wearing jeans and a jacket. Let's hurry. The concert should start on time. Arva, where do you sit? A row above you. The seats next to you were all taken. That's likely also entrance A3 then. Come on, let's get going. Damn, that's a beautiful venue. It's cozy here. As much as a 700-person hall can be cozy, it feels like a friendly, welcoming space. And that's quite a feat for a concert hall. Oh, we'll have organs! Who's got which seats? Doesn't matter, take whichever you like. We'll go take ours. Have fun! You too! Mito and the rest make their way to the middle of the row, and I'm left alone with Rune. I was waiting for this moment, frankly. As much as I liked them, being here with Rune was what I really was waiting for. The fur on my arms bristles. You first? We get to our seats and sit down, soft velour enveloping us. A wooden armrest separates us, hard and stubborn, but our shoulders brush against each other nevertheless. The orchestra is on the stage already, tuning their instruments. The buzzes of many strings drown out any conversations. It's a pleasure to listen to. The notes travel around, searching for the correct pitch, like bees joining into a swarm. Chaos organizing itself into harmony. It's music in itself, isn't it? Even if many would dismiss it as pure noise, there's still textures and tension, notes and intervals, harmony and melody emerging from them like an interference pattern. The hands on everyone's clods are nearing the full hour. There's some tension in the air, an excited tone in the people's voices. Something that tells me it's a special occasion. The way everyone's dressed says so too. Black dominates the color palette, with occasional crimson and white. It looks like everyone is wearing their best clothes this evening. A beautiful hall, really. Nicer than the one in Onslow, but it's also newer, so it made sense. I haven't seen the one in Onslow yet. Last time I was in a Philharmonic was more than a year ago, on a high school trip to Helsinki. We could go there sometime. I'm really there because I don't have anyone to go with, but I'd love to go with you. I can check the repertoire later. It would be lovely. I'm already dreading how much it would cost, but going there together would be nice indeed. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Could even be a date. My cheeks get hot as I remember Bjorn's words. We look cute together. Suddenly the buzzing sound dies down, and a second later, everyone in the audience too. In an instant, the anticipation turns so thick I could cut it with a knife and spread it on a toast. The orchestra stands up. The double door on the side opens. Out of it comes a conductor, a caribou wearing an all-black tux, making his way to the center of the stage and onto a platform in the middle to the roar of enthusiastic clapping. A dignified, courteous bow, and he turns around to face the ensemble. His paw in the air, the stick held between his fingers like a wand. He holds it still for 10 long seconds before a flick of the wrist sends the machinery of the orchestra into motion. Movement 1, Rune? What the hell do you mean by that? Infinite darkness. Stretch it to the horizon and further. No, that's not right. There is no horizon here. No directions and no space. Here is the heart of things. Here is the endless potential, contained and boiling, trapped and desperate, aching to happen. I swim in bleakness immeasurable, dense and crushing. The atoms vibrate terribly in our constant push and pull of coulombic attraction and Pauli and repulsion. Crushed electrons sink in desolate songs. I'm seeking an escape out of this gravitational prison. A lighthouse to show me the way. A safe haven. Here, I'm completely alone. I'm contained in one point, so tightly that perhaps it's pointless to talk about an idea of me. There's a whisper underneath the choir, barely audible in the terrible noise. I listen in to hear what it has to say. It speaks of the future, an alternate state, a state of expansion outwards. It's my own voice, a voice made of innumerable voices, all calling with tons of molten lead, and my soul responds burning. They rise in waves, visions clashing, ideas colliding, and then... Hey Rune, you floating? Fire. All around me, fire. Flames licking my arms, my legs across my chest. That's kinky. Flames consume the fur on my tail. That's even kinkier. Notes light up the space like stars. Blinding stars in all the directions. The sky isn't dark with them, but lit up brighter than the brightest day. Forms emerge from the chaos, just to collapse and become chaos again. The matter ebbs and flows between the blurred boundaries in the pliable fabric of space and time. There are no colors but white and burning red, so bright it's impossible to look at. And everything is drenched in music, in the clashing sound of atoms. Or maybe the music does everything, like a tapestry of consciousness. There is no pain. There's only longing. And what is this longing for, really? What is this void between the atoms? This expanding space, this yawning emptiness, this negation of existence? I never really thought about it. I devised ways to fill this void inside me, to bridge this gap between who I am and who I want to be, but I never asked myself what this void is. I see things so much clearer now. The walls I built and the weight I accumulated around me, they're all cracked and brittle. In this explosion, in becoming, gaps appear in the fabric of me. For everything I am, there are a million things I'll never be. Desperate to be everything, I look at others and see all the things I'm not. I set my aims wrongly. All my life I believed things about me that were plainly false. The framework that I've built my life around only hindered me. And it all came down like a crumbling castle. But where do I go from here? Forward! What? Movement 2. Arvo. What's he thinking? What is Arvo thinking in this scenario? As the orchestra is playing, I knew I made the right call to speak in Rune's voice throughout that thing. Oh, that's nice. I'm alone here. How long have I been roaming this place? Dunes stretch almost to the horizon. Tall mountains rising behind them. Barren rocks barely visible against the dark sky. When I have tried to walk towards them, They stayed in one place, immovable, and I couldn't get an inch closer. Here, at the shore, with the sea on one side, I feel safer. I thought at first that this was someplace on Earth, but it can't be. The laws of physics don't seem to apply here. Then I thought it was the surface of the moon, but that made no sense either. How would there be any sky or air? And the sky here is cloudier than I've ever seen before, gray and dark. Perhaps this is the afterlife. Could I be here if I'm still alive? If so, then perhaps I should understand it as a privilege. Even if I'm terrified out of my mind. Or maybe I am dead. If so, then I don't remember how I died, if I really did. Maybe it's a blessing. Maybe it was better for me if I didn't remember. When I try to recall any details of my life, almost nothing comes to my mind, save for some blurred faces, smells, and tastes. Everything is hazy and morphing, as if beyond a warped pane glass, unreal and distant. I couldn't reach out to anything. Everything disappeared, but the question remained. What have I done to deserve this? Why am I here, in a space outside time where nothing happens? The ground shakes and rumbles, sand shifting between my pad fingers as the voice says directly to my ears. This is what happens to everyone. It's happening to everybody. Ethel Kane Perfect reference! It's the place for reflection before you venture forward. My life starts to come back to me slowly, unfolding, like a flower blooming, and as petals gain color and unfurl, all my friendships, all my bonds and affections grow before my eyes. The loneliness crushes me, overwhelming and terrible. I'll never see him again. I'll never even have a chance to say goodbye. All the words unsaid, all the feelings uncommunicated, all of it went to waste. And all the hurt I've done to them, every single one, is like a stone at my neck. It's enough to crush any willpower I have left, and I drop to my knees, wailing. My tears are tears of joy, too. I'm thankful, yes, for each of these phases. I'm happy that I got to meet every single one of them. With them I felt fulfilled, a part of something bigger than me, a blossom on a cherry tree. Who would I be without them? A single yellow leaf on a dead branch. Light beams from the ground. Straight up just pure lights, and I am lifted up into the air, as if I found out what I was supposed to understand. What should you understand? I found the exit. Better than Pomni if I made it into a circus. She could not find that exit for the life of her. Movement 3. Finale. Oh! Okay. Okay, whose perspective is this? Oh god. And where is forward? Forward is anywhere my wind leads me. Yesterday I saw the world for the first time once again. It was dressed in mossy green and enigmatic secrets, vast beyond words, laying open before me with its orchards and cities and oceanic depths unexplored. I looked up at the sky and saw the stars, feeling again the vertigo-inducing distance that separates us. I entered a grove and found myself lying on the forest floor, trembling, so full of life it overwhelmed me. I lay down next to me and trembled too, with the endlessness of the beauty of everything that is under the sun. I couldn't spend my life in that place, no. But now I know I need to be there sometimes to regain strength and refresh myself. To lie down in the grass under the full face of the moon and see myself illuminated in its light, ever-changing and growing. To walk between the trees and touch the rough bark instead of imagining it from the bed in my room. If yesterday was an implosion into myself, the reduction to a single atom and then that atom dissolve into everything that ever was and will be, then this is the explosion outwards. And that's where I go from here. Outwards. It was a naive thought that the trees and the mountains, the sea and the sun rising and setting, the dawn chorus to greet me in the morning and the birds' night song were enough. That I don't need anything more. Roll fucking credits. But it was just as naive, if not more, to believe that I had to achieve something to be happy. I know that already. Hey, Rune. Casting the layers aside, digging down to the child within, seeing his eyes full of wonder, I know what I want and I know what I need. I need to be taken care of and I need to take care of people. I need to be a part of things, surrounded by life and laughter, And the conversations lasted until the morning, when we leave the flat to watch the sun rise over the land that's our home. This fire all around me, coming in waves, it's love. My own love that propels me forward. My own love that gives my life meaning. My own love that I never tapped into. It's always been there, dormant, until the gates burst open. Love is simple. I pour my feelings out and they pour back into me in an equal amount. And I have so much to give. I never knew that. Thinking I had to be successful, that I had to earn my value. I never thought of looking inside to search for it. I never thought I had something to offer. What I felt, holding Arvo in my arms this morning. How I feel being around him. This is something new and something that I feed on, and it's honey in my famished maw. It makes me happy. And what more could I want? You're right, what more could you want? Hey Arvo. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony, and then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Like a myriad-faceted gem, distant lights reflected in the shimmering surface, the ocean lies open before us. I listen in, slowly synchronizing my own internal rhythm with that of the waves. And I listen to myself. What does my body tell me? Electrical impulses go off like fireworks on my fingertips, traveling to my brain and back. I'm in love. NR. The words echo in my head. Peach-colored warmth spreading through my body. It's not like the sun's blazing heat, more like a warm blanket on a winter day, fuzzy and cozy. I'm in love. Wait, is this Rune's perspective? Wait, is this Rune's perspective still? I thought it was gonna be Arvo's because of the water, and he was at like the weird beach. The warmth banishes all the heaviness in my limbs. I'm weightless. Okay, it is Arvo's perspective. Hey, the water isn't that cold. If you keep moving, you won't even feel the cold. I'm good, thank you. If I had hooves, then maybe. I shout off on the beach to Rune, walking at the edge of the water, splashing it around. Waves roll over the trail of hoofprints he leaves in the wet sand, erasing it. You're lost! His laugh is sweet and melodic, like a flute. He breaks into a run, dashing ahead with complete abandon, the spring in his strides more energetic than I've ever seen him. I'm so glad to see him like this again. I'd even love to join him, but maybe not this time. I'd rather sit here, comfy and warm in his jacket, and watch him with a wide smile on his snout again. He reaches the boulders at the end of the beach, kicking the sand high as he turns around and starts running back. It's night and day, him now and just a few hours ago, as if all the fatigue left him during those 2 hours of music. Are you sure? How about just a sprint and you can keep your shoes on? Why would you want that from me? Wet shoes? Cold wet shoes? No. I really feel nice just sitting here watching the deer run, but seeing how happy it's making him, I can't decline. Hey, wait for me then! My backpack flies sideways onto the sand and I run after Rune, catching up to him when he slows down to let me. I'm glad you did. Such a nice place for a run. It is, though it was unexpected. I feel excited. So excited I don't really know what to do with all this energy. I spent the last years working all the time. I've denied myself so many things and now I'm going to so make up for all that time. I've always wanted to bake sweets, but that takes time and patience and I never had those. And I want to learn a third language, not because I have to, just for fun. But I also just want to relax and feel good. Maybe take a train somewhere near for a hike in nature. I'm glad to hear that last part especially. I hope you're not thinking of putting too much on your plate again. No. If I'm going to pick up new hobbies, I want something relaxing. Like baking cakes. That's not relaxing at all, honey. Trust me on this one. That's not relaxing at all. It's nice. And the people who love your baking also feels nice. But it is stressful. You have to make up time and day just to do it. And it'd be lovely to bake for my friends. What's your favorite cake? Maybe carrot cake? Time for me to learn how to make a carrot cake then when we get back. Also, what's with that tempo? My mother runs faster. Doing my best here, really, and I'm already pretty winded. I don't want to puke out my lungs. How about a last full-speed sprint, then we can rest? Seriously? Come on, it's such a great feeling. The deer taps my shoulder and sprints forward. I have zero chances of catching up to him, but it doesn't mean I can't try my best. Kicking wet sand behind me, I dash forward. It feels good indeed. My legs work synchronously to carry forward above the sand and the sea, tail stabilizing my posture, muscles tensing and relaxing, burning ATP to release the energy accumulating in my body. And the energy pours out, bursting from the reserves, flooding my body with might and endorphins. The emotions I felt inside now beam out of me, and I laugh too, out of pure joy. It's so pretty out here tonight. It is! I can't remember an evening this nice. I rest against the deer, my head leaned on his shoulder, wrapped in his scent. Got your breath back? Yeah, I'm alive. Some more rest would be nice, though. We're not in a hurry yet. In fact, I'm happy to stay here for a while. Such a gorgeous spot. Yes, it's a perfect afternoon. The food, the coast, and the concert. The music was... I can't find any words. We've barely talked about the concert since we left the Philharmonic. I didn't know music like this could even exist. It seems to defy laws of physics. It existed outside of time, outside space, poured into the concert hall from some dark corner of the cosmos. It made me realize that there are things I should cherish more. Like? Like my parents, and my friends, people around me. I remembered I'm not living in a vacuum. And you, I guess. Thank you for letting me into your life. I'm really happy you're in it. I'd be happy if you felt at home there. Aww. And the music was something else, that's for sure. Hello, Moon. Water splashes against a rock, porous and dark. Sudden sea spray into the air, softly landed on our wind-beaten faces. You? Did you see anything? Quite. A lot, in fact. I twist my head to look at him. Against the dark sky, his face is bright and so soft. Fuzzy fur blown by the breeze. Eyes shining brightly like two stars, staring into mine. He is so gorgeous. More than the night sky we're sitting under. More than the mountains surrounding us. More than this ocean licking at our paws. I saw the universe. I really felt like a creation of the world. I saw myself in there too, expanding. In a way, it was a perspective inverse of the one I gained yesterday. You know, yesterday there was a moment when I stopped existing. I can't really grasp what happened, let alone how I felt, but it really did just melt. When I slowly started to exist again, one thing that came to my just before mind was that I was thinking of myself way too much. I'm not that important in the grand scheme of things, am I? And that's a huge relief. My life doesn't have to be significant. I don't have to achieve anything. I can just live, and that's a good feeling. There's still so much time. I feel like I was racing with it, and now I see it spreading before us like an open sea. His paw finds mine, with hesitancy but also determination. I grab it, soft and warm, and hold it. What's between us? I want to ask, clear all the doubts, shed light on the in-between, say out loud what's between the lines. But there is a chance I get rejected, and I don't know if my heart could take that at this very moment. Before the camp ends. We still have time. I draw little circles inside Rune's palm with my claw. We still have time. Do you remember the advice I gave you earlier? About trying to have fun no matter the situation? How ironic of me to say that to you, when I should be the first one to listen to it. Now to make sure you do then. We have decades before us, lawn and drenched in sun. The stars dot in the sky blink gently, and with the wide expanse open before and above me, I feel like I'm standing at the edge of the world. The edge of my world, at least, and I am venturing forward. The nightly ride back is the nicest part of the day so far, and of a day so nice that I found no words to describe it that wouldn't sound trite. The thought that the world outside existed all beyond the distant blur of lights and shadows seemed absurd at the moment, as the bus carries us forward into the night, back to the guest house. I wish it was hundreds of kilometers away, on the other side of the country even, so that we can stay like this for hours, in this otherworldly peacefulness. Words and sentences. Words mean so little. Words are so very inadequate. How can I describe this feeling of our bodies resting against each other? I wish I could write poetry, to stir more than the words alone, imbue the sentences with meaning. And it all means so much, Last night when we slept curled up, Rune was feeling down and I was there to support him. But now I feel like we're closer, paradoxically, despite the layers of clothes between us. Now it feels like we're equals. I think that's what we're gonna leave off on, because it is damn long. What can I say? I have a strict schedule. Also didn't help the fact that I had a power outage earlier this morning, and that really affected my recording time. Because the amount of power I believe my laptop uses when I have 3 screens activated, and I have my microphone set up, a keyboard set up, a lot of things set up, like it probably takes a lot of power. And plus three fucking pieces of software opening up at the same time is crazy. But wow, we've been getting a lot more and more into Rune's psyche lately with this route. And I'm really digging it. Also, I'm digging Bjorn wanting us to be together too. He knows. Also, I know that Jordan was a bit standoffish at first, but from what I've seen of him so far, in regards to Rune's route, I haven't read his route yet. I can tell that he's like warming up to everyone. He's smiling a lot more. He's a lot more sociable with us at times. And I really like that in the character. I love that the characters develop no matter which route you choose. That's cool. That's dirt writing right there. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. I'll leave a link to the game in the description below if you want to go play it for yourselves, and I'll also be leaving a link to the fvn.li link to it in case itchio decides to be a little baby again. I'll also leave links to my Twitter and BlueSky if you want to support me on those platforms. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my dear friend Zeta Red Panda made for the February Game Jam called When You're Mine. Please don't show your support to it. If you do enjoy it, maybe consider rating it and commenting on it on itchio. We love reading those. It makes our day. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!